Do I want to stay doing this forever? No.
She loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing.
Hello, you guys. So, first of all, thank you for coming back to my channel. It's your girl C. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, this video is super, super long overdue. And I'm very happy and excited to be doing it for you guys. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for just clicking the link and coming on here and just watching, like, what this girl gotta say. I appreciate it for the people that have been here, all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for commenting on my videos. Just thank you for all of your support. I truly appreciate it more than you guys even know, you can think of. Yes, I know I talk with my hands. Girl, you gotta forgive me, because that's just what I do. But no, seriously, if you're new here, you know, like everybody else says, y'all know the deal. I know some of y'all was like, I was waiting on this girl to say that. But you know the deal. Please, please, please just like this video, comment on this video or any video, it does not matter. Ask me questions, subscribe to my channel, follow me on the Instagram, you know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, seriously, thank you. This video is gonna be a little serious, but I'm excited for it. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video like this. I'm actually gonna close my patio door. I'm sitting in my living room. I'm gonna close the door so y'all can actually hear me pretty good, because I feel like you can hear the water outside. My view is like the pool, so I feel like y'all can hear that. So let me go close the patio door, and while I do that in the meantime, and get some water and some snacks because I'm a little hungry. But while I do that in the meantime, y'all go like this video and subscribe to my channel.
Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking together, 'cause we don't know how.
Okay, so before somebody trolls me about my pantry, I've not been grocery shopping. I go grocery shopping during the week. That's why your girl got very few little baby groceries, okay? Like, don't judge unless you gonna contribute. But anyway, no, seriously though, welcome to my channel, you guys. You are catching C. I'm on my couch. I'm so happy to be off work. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I work probably almost every single day, 12-hour shifts. It sucks. And I mean, it sucks. The reason that I'm doing that is because I am paying for school out of pocket. That's a whole separate video. But anyway, I'm paying for school out of pocket. I also have very large expenses. So, you know, girl gotta do what a girl gotta do. Anyway, gosh. Okay, so I feel like I have this conversation almost every single day with somebody when it comes to, like, the why did I choose my job, or why am I doing this, or why did I choose to leave physical therapy to come do this? So, we're just gonna dive into it. First and foremost, I work in a large, I'm going to call it a chain hospital. The reason I'm going to call it a chain is because under the brand name, there's so many hospitals with this brand name. It's just that simple. So I'm going to say it's a chain, and the reason why I'm calling it a chain, you guys will soon figure out as I go along. And I just want to say I'm not bashing the company that I work for. I love the company I work for, and I'm not bashing my job or the people that do it, because anybody that's choosing to work as a healthcare worker right now in this time, you are a goddess. I just fully commend every single healthcare worker that's doing my job, that's EVS, that's environmental services, that is registration or transportation, people, like dialysis, just everybody, seriously, like, thank you to every single imaging. I just, like, more and more is coming to my head the more that I think about this. Y'all, I'm so sorry. He just wants attention so bad. That's why y'all keep hearing him jingling over there. Like, he wants me so bad to pay him attention right now, and I'm trying to do this video, so bear with us. But no. Okay, so let's just get into why I chose this job, the pros of it, and the cons of it. The pros of this job, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you guys know that I was trying my hardest to get into a hospital to gain the experience of working in the hospital. Excuse me. I wanted to do bedside care because I just wanted to even see if that was something worth me full-fledged paying money to go to school for doing. I got a job as a patient care technician, also known as a PCT. Some people are called something different. I don't know what it's called wherever you live, or the people that are doing this job that don't live in Texas. I live in Texas. So for us, we're called PCTs. But like I said, I know that they are called something else in other places. But so I did everything I could to become a PCT. Like I said, if you watch previous videos, you know that I applied for this job 72 or 75 times in different hospitals, different settings, everything. I applied to be a PCT 72 times, and I was like, Lord, I'm going to apply this last time. If you don't want me to do this, just say that. Like, just take the desire off of my heart. I don't know if he was trying to see if I was going to give up, or just to see if I was really dedicated to going this direction. I'm not really sure what God was doing, y'all, but he granted me the job. He said, okay, baby girl, here you go, take it. And so I took it, and it's been an experience and a journey, one that I would not honestly trade for the world. I love my job. Do I want to stay doing this forever? No, because I feel like there's so much more to my purpose that God has called me to do. And so being a PCT does not allow me to do all the things that I want to do that is called for my life. Anybody else that wants to do this and call this their career, go for it. It's rewarding. It has its super highs and its super lows. But I just know that there's more for me that I'm supposed to be doing. So that's why I'm currently in school for nursing, to become a nurse. That is not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be a clinic owner. Like, I'm trying to own my own little spot. But your girl is trying to do the biggest things. I'm not going to tell y'all my whole entire plans, but just know I'm trying to own my own clinic. And if you are here on this journey, I can't wait until you see me 2 or 3 years from now. And I can't wait the videos I'm making for you guys 2 or 3 years from now. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so different. But yeah, so I'm a PCT. I work in Texas. I'm not telling you guys which hospital or which company I work for, but I work for a company in Texas. I love my job. You guys have seen the day in my life as a night shift PCT. If you have not, I'll link somewhere up here. I'll link the videos just so you can see them, so you can get an idea and decide if that's something you want to do. The pros to this job are you're getting to firsthand, or you could say front line, see the work of what a nurse is doing. If your job, or if you're planning to become a nurse, if your goal is to go to even PA school or to become a doctor, you want to go to med school, you're like, I want to do med school. Or if you even want to become a nurse practitioner like me, like that's my goal, is to become a nurse practitioner. You are getting to see what the people underneath you and your chain of commands go through every single day, what their day-to-day is like. So being able to work close bedside, so rewarding. Also, another pro that I would say is the networking and relationships that you get to make. Those are huge and important. I cannot tell you guys how many doctors I've become friends with, how many NPs I've become friends with, how many nurses I've become friends with, how many travel nurses I've become friends with. All of these people have not only given me their insight, but they've told me about the different places they've worked. They've told me about the different levels of care that they've experienced working in a hospital or in a clinic or in a specialty. Just Insurance, like the list is just, it goes on and on and on. But I have been able to network with amazing people. I've met amazing people. Even the patients, believe it or not, if you have really good bedside manner, and good rapport with your patients, they end up telling you what they do or who they know. Some people will even put you in contact with somebody else that they know because they think you're amazing and you'd be great to work wherever, for the president. But it's just amazing the amount of networking you do as a PCT. As long as you are putting yourself out there and you're asking the questions, people are going to answer you. Another pro has just been being able to help the other PCTs that have come on at my job and to just show them the ropes and the way and to help them not be so nervous and scared, because you're dealing with a real life human being. This isn't like sim class or, clinicals where you're watching somebody else do all the work and you're just listening. You are doing the work. It is you doing the work. So being able to help other people just kind of ease their nerves and to relax them and calm them has been very rewarding to me. Y'all, my pros list can go on and on. Like, seriously, I have a lot of pros for deciding to do PCT work versus, because if you don't know, I'm also a medical assistant. I did go to school for that. It was a 6-month course. If you want to know more about that, just comment below and I could do a video on that too. It's not a big deal, but I did do that. A 6-month course. You also get certified in phlebotomy if you decide to go that way. Like I said, that's a whole different video. But the reason that I chose to do PCT versus doing medical assisting is because of the flexibility with my schedule. I am able to make my schedule however I want to make it. Our manager opens up our schedule. It's for 6 weeks, so for the next 6 weeks, you're going to be working these particular days. Now, they do shift the days around, so you don't always get the days that you pick, but for the majority of the time, I can say, honestly, like 97% of the time, I'm working the schedule that I pick. So if I want to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I could do that. If I want to work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I could do that. They do require us to work, I think it's 4 weekends, so you do have to work like 4 weekends within that 4 weekend shifts within that 6 week range or whatever. But also, if people take the weekend spots and you can't work weekends because somebody has taken that spot, you don't even have to stress out about it, because that means you have to work during the week because they pick weekend spots and you don't get penalized for that. So you don't always have to work the weekend either, which is amazing. Now, I guess we can go into some cons. Some cons of just piggybacking off of that would be that you do have to work. We are required to work 2 major holidays. I think it's 2. And we rank them from what we really want off to what we really don't care about if we're off or not. And you do have to work 2 of those. Like, it's mandatory. So if you don't really want something like that, like if that's going to be a big issue for you, then you probably don't want to work in a hospital as anything, because the hospital never closes. We are open 24/7 unless you're working a day shift like administration or some other registration or some other part of the hospital where you don't have to work a holiday. More power to you, because that's great. But I personally don't care, because I mean, as you get older, it's kind of like, and I don't have kids, so I'm just kind of like, I'll work. I don't care. It's holiday pay plus my night shift differential, and then my regular pay, and then time and a half, because usually, like, by that time when it's a holiday, I'm already in overtime, so I get time and a half. So you add all of that up, and I have an amazing check just for working 12 hours on a holiday when everybody's going to sleep anyway. So, like, I still get to spend the first half of the day with my family or whatever, do whatever it is that I want. And then, by 7 o'clock, I'm clocking in and I'm doing my shift. Everybody's, like, tired and going to bed anyway. So, it's fine. Another con that I'm going to say is burnout. Now, although it's amazing to get a lot of shifts on a paycheck, and they're pretty much unlimited. Although I think my hospital is actually trying to stop that because people are taking advantage of that too much. I think that's just my personal thought. They're probably going to say it's because we need to give other people the opportunity and whatever to pick up. Also know that our census is becoming really low, so they're starting to cancel people, and when you're canceled, that means that you don't have to come into work, and they can use your PTO and supplement for you being canceled that day. I think that sucks too, because you're canceling me. Why I gotta use my PTO because you don't want me at work? But I don't make the rules, so. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. I don't even remember what I was saying, what I was getting into, but. Oh, I was talking about burnout. So the burnout is real. When it comes to burnout, you'll know. You'll know what that is. You'll feel it when it's happening, when you're experiencing it. The moment that you feel like, I do not want to go to work, and not just the normal, oh, it's so pretty outside, like I just want to hang out outside, I don't feel like going to work. The, oh my gosh, I do not want to go to work, like it's been terrible, I'm drained, my patients are too much. You're experiencing burnout. And that's when you need to know, instead of me picking up that fourth, maybe even fifth shift, I need to just kind of do my regular 3 and I need to chill. Because burnout is real, you guys. Like, so real, it will take a toll on you. So when you start to feel the burnout, go sit down, sis. Go watch TV. Go do something else. Because what you don't want to do is experience the burnout and then decide, I don't want to do this anymore. When your heart was originally in it, but because you are overworking yourself, you're so tired, you don't want to do this job anymore because you're like, there's something else better for me, and I could be working day shift or in a 9 to 5, making the same amount of money for a lot less of what I have to do, because you are required to do a lot. Like, you're cleaning, you're turning, you're inserting Foley's, you're taking out IV lines, you are emptying drains, you're emptying Foley's, you're making sure NG tubes are together, you're getting patients up to walk, you're putting them in the chair, sometimes you're feeding them. You are also a counselor, mentor, parent, family member, spiritual guider. You're everything. So it's exhausting. And I know probably somebody's like, what? You're just a healthcare. No, honey. You are everything to these people. And so nurses usually get anywhere from 3 to 5 patients, and I'm going to get into that. But as a tech, you get up to 8 to even 16 patients. So you are all of everything to 8 or 16 or in between people. That's a lot of people to give yourself to for a total of 12 hours, 3 days in a row, which turns into 36. And if you're working overtime, that's 48. And if you pick up another shift, that's 60. Baby, sit down. Sit down. Because when you get into the 60, you get into the 60 plus range, you need to chill. You're going to burn yourself, for real. Another con that I can say will be staffing. So everyone's like, oh, you know, people are making all the big money. You see all these people making some big money. They're making big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. You know why these people are making big money? Because they are going to places that need staff, because that current staff that's there, there's not enough of them, or people are quitting. So when the pandemic hit, we lost a lot of our staff. I don't know the percentage wise, but I know that we lost a lot of our staff. And we ended up getting what's called rack nurses and travel nurses to come in and actually fill up the holes. That does nothing for a tech. Nothing. You can have all the nurses in the world, but if they aren't having the nurses be a tech that day, it doesn't help you. So you still have 8 to 16 patients, baby, and a lot of the times you have 16 more than you have 8 at where I work at. That does not count the amount of call-ins that people have, or leaves that people are on, or just their unwillingness to be a team player. So I just count them out anyway. Like, if you're not gonna be a team player, I'm counting you out because I know you're not gonna help me, and I need somebody that's gonna help me, and that's not you. So to me, you don't even exist on the staffing sheet. I know that's probably bad to say, but it's the truth. Not to mention, you get patients that come in that are confused, or they're volatile, or, you know, they are super, 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 super sick and they cannot do for themselves. We consider a lot of those people total care. And if somebody is a total care patient, and let's say they feel that they have tubes going, you know, in their nose or in their mouth, they have a vent, they have a trach, they have IV lines, they're Foleys, they're peg tubes for feeding tubes. They're trying to pull these things out. They'll take a tech off of the floor and put them as a sitter. If you're a sitter, that means you're 1-to-1. So it's me and Mr. Jimmy. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, y'all know I use Mr. Jimmy for everything. That's not a patient, like a real, well, it might be a real patient somewhere, but it's not anybody that I know. And I just use Mr. Jimmy because it's the first thing that came to my head. So it could be anything, and I'm referring to them as Mr. Jimmy. But you could be sitting with Mr. Jimmy in his room, and he's trying to pull everything out, and you are having to redirect him every 5 minutes. Can you imagine the toll that takes on your brain? So, yes. Then imagine being the tech that's still on the floor, and they've taken another tech off of the floor. So now you go from having 12 patients, now you have 16 patients because you lost somebody, and they have to split it up amongst everybody. Staffing is a really big thing. And I'm also going to say that another con would be patients being abusive. I cannot express this enough. If you're being verbally, mentally, physically, whatever, abused by a patient, you need to stand up for yourself and fight back. No, I'm not saying beat the patient up. No, I'm not saying call the patient out of their name. What I am saying is stand up for yourself. Excuse me, you're not going to talk to me like that. And you go tell the person that's in charge, so that way they can help you and help the situation. Because people are in the hospital, I feel like they get a sense of entitlement where it's like, oh, you have to help me. I don't have to. Just like you can refuse me taking care of you, I can refuse to take care of you. And that's where I feel like a lot of people don't stand up for themselves. And like I said, I'm not saying all of this to bash anybody or the hospital or patients or anything. I'm just giving you guys the honest truth. You get abused in the hospital. I've seen nurses get punched in the face because there's an abusive patient who's coming off of medication or being put on a medication that they're not used to, or that's just simply them. I've seen nurses get spit on. Like, people are like hawking up loogies and spitting at a nurse. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just remembering that day, and like, it could not have been me. It couldn't have been me. It just couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. I would have probably quit instantly because I'm not putting my hands on another patient, and I'm not gonna talk to them crazy. But what you're not gonna do is that. You are not about to do that. So yes, the abuse is real in a hospital. It's so real, like it's realer than real. It happens, and people don't believe that it happens. People also think that the hospital is like hotel fill-in hospital name. So like whatever your hospital's name is, they're like, oh, this is hotel whatever. No, it's not. You are here for me to take care of you. You are here for me to help you feel better. So you getting upset that I have to wake you up to do your vital signs, or that I have to wake you up to do whatever, and you're like, oh, I really don't want to be bothered right now. Honey, why did you come for me to take care of you? You could have stayed at home for somebody not to bother you. I have to bother you because we have to figure out what's wrong with you so we can get you better and get you moving forward. I don't want you here longer than you need to be. I want you to get the help that you need, and I want you to get out because somebody else needs this bed, this room, this whatever. So the abuse. And another thing that some people would say that their cons would be dealing with patients passing away. I feel like that's not talked about a lot either, but you see people die. Sometimes you are in the room when they do it. Sometimes you're performing CPR and then they go. Sometimes you walk in and they're already gone. So if that's something you can't handle, or you don't think that you would be able to, that would be a con for you. But yeah, I'm not saying I hate my job, and I hate even putting a cons on there, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little more in-depth insight on that. But the hospital is interesting. It's an amazing place to learn. Do I want to be in my job forever? Absolutely not. Like I said, there's so much more to healthcare that I have to give, but I've earned my respect. People trust me. I bust my butt. Y'all, I work hard. Like, I work very hard, and anybody that works with me can tell you that. I'm extremely knowledgeable. I expand my brain and my palate. But most importantly, just going into my job, I became a sponge. I do not know everything, nor do I try to act like I know everything. I say I'm a sponge because I really just sit and absorb all of the information that is being given to me all day for 3 days in a row for 12 hours. If you cannot be a sponge, you probably don't want to be in healthcare either, because healthcare is continuously evolving. It's not something that just happens today and tomorrow and then it's done. Like, no, healthcare is continuously growing. You're learning every day. Experience is the best teacher. So I don't want to do this job forever, but this job has definitely put me in some amazing places in front of some amazing people and opened the doors for me in ways I didn't even think could be open, all because I was a tech. So yeah, I overall love my job. I love what I do. I love that I'm helping people feel better, get better. I love that patients look at me and they're like, man, you are the best part of my day. That makes my day. To know that I've done something to not only help you, but make you feel better, that's amazing. That's an amazing experience. So it's worth it overall. And I think if you are planning to become a tech, to use it as a stepping stone for nursing school, or wherever it is that you want to go, you should do it. But you should keep your mind open, keep your heart open. Don't take everything to heart, because these patients can be ruthless. They can be brutal, they can be ruthless. Like, don't take everything to heart. But yeah, keep an open mind, be a sponge, absorb everything that it is for you to learn, have good rapport, make good impressions, and show up on time. But also make a connection with your manager. So for nursing school, I know that, they have externships and all other things, but let's just say you didn't want to do an externship. If you have a great relationship with your manager and you're working as a tech on that floor, 9 times out of 10, they'll hire you as a grad nurse on that floor. For me, like I've told you guys before, I work on a med-surg floor. I probably will not work med-surg, and that's just a personal preference. I don't like seeing the same things every day. I get bored. I don't like doing the same things every day. I get bored. Now, in general, is nursing the same thing? Yes. But the things I get to see all comes with the level of care and where I'm at. I 100% think I'm going to do ER nurse, or I'm going to get into pediatric nursing. I haven't really decided. And do their ER, but I believe the ER is for me. It's fast paced. It's something different. It's something new every day. It's not mundane. I'm not just coming in every single day like, oh, I know I gotta do this at this time, this at this time, this at this time. I can sit at this time. I can chart at this time. I can do that. Like, I won't have a flow in the ER, and I think that for me is the best thing that I need to push me to where I want to go, and to further explore and just perfect my craft and my purpose that God gave me. So yeah. But that's not for everybody. So if you need something a little more concrete, get on the floor, learn the pace, learn your style of doing your job and executing and being the best you can be, and do that. Like I said, I feel like I have this conversation with somebody every single day, and here lately it's been a lot of the cons that I've had, but that's the job and that's life. I still think my job is very rewarding. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if it's something that you are looking into doing, I say go for it, do it. It is the best learning experience ever. If you're in it and you're experiencing any of the cons that I've said, not to mention pay. I mean, the pay can be a con for a lot of people too. I didn't put pay in there because for me, the pay is not a factor considering my degrees and experience and all of the things. I got what I wanted. Now, did I have to like come down and settle from where I was? Absolutely. But I'm not struggling and I don't hurt for anything because I have a lot of, things going in my favor. But for somebody that's just starting out and they don't have the experience, the pay might be something for you to see if you want to compromise that or, adjust to that. But it's not forever. You do get bonuses, you get incentives, you get all the things. So that could be a thing too. Woo! But yes, do it. Become a tech girl, boy, whoever. I promise you're going to feel so fulfilled. You're going to love it. You're going to thank God that you did it and that you're in it. Just make sure you keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep going. Get to where you're going, get to the goals that you want and you have set for yourself. Push yourself to be the best that you can be because you can be amazing and that's for anybody. But yeah, that's it. I can go on and on about this, so I'm just going to wrap this video up. If you guys have any questions, just comment. Let me know. I could do a part 2 or whatever, but just comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know the questions that you have. I do my best to answer all of them. Let me know what other videos you want me to make content for because I'll do it. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday because it is Sunday today. And it is October the 9th, so we're getting closer and closer and closer to Halloween. I know people love Halloween, but your girl don't really care for it. I just don't. It's not my thing, but I am happy that it's fall weather and it's starting to get cooler outside. So yeah. But like I said, comment below. Let me know what you think. Go like this video. Follow me on Instagram so you can get my little daily days in there. You can see what I do on the daily. You actually hear a lot more content on Instagram as well too. So the more you guys tell me that you want to see, the more videos that I can make. But if you don't tell me what you want to see, the more I post on Instagram. So let me know what y'all want to see. Let me know what you're into. Let me know what you want me to do. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you are on the fence, just take the leap. Because what's the worst that could happen? You did the job, you got hired, and you're like, this ain't for me. That's okay. At least you tried. So who knows? I'm excited. I can't wait to hear y'all's journeys and your stories and see your questions. And okay, C's about to eat. C is out. I'll see y'all next time.